Hi again, I'm Mark. I'm the amateur cowboy here with my horse Bull, and today we're doing something that's a lot of fun. I've never really spent much time doing this kind of thing, but we're learning to ride without using the reins, and some people call it bridle-less riding and so forth. And really, for me, riding bridle-less is not an end. I don't really care about doing that so much as I care about improving the way that I ride every single day on this horse when I've got the reins and the bridle on him. So this is about the horse doing more and me doing less, his brain working harder, me working less hard. I don't want to be pulling his face around when I'm doing things. I want him to read my body language. So let's say I'm on my horse and a simple example, there's a fork in the road. I can go right or I can go left. If I just simply turn my gaze to the left, this horse should just magically go down the left fork. Same thing, if I turn to the right, he should go that way. Now, if there's something a little bit more exciting, like a calf that darts off to the left, and I do that, my horse should feel my energy and my focus and everything change. I shouldn't have to pull those reins and that mouth over. Really, horses like it a lot better when you're simply using your body and the power of your focus instead of the reins to help them understand where you want to go, how fast you want to go, when you want to slow, when you want to go faster, when you want to stop. And what you'll see on this video is there'll be times when I just simply stop my horse without having any kind of rein action at all, because the reins they'll just basically be, well, put a twist in these reins like that and try to keep them even. And but I'll just leave them there, and I can stop my horse just with my body. And there's a little bit more to it than that. There's a little bit of breathing. There's an inhale and then there's an exhale. It's all the energy comes out of me. The other thing you'll see me do is, now that I'm in this training phase with him on this particular type of riding, without using the reins, I'm gonna have this little stick here. You can buy them anywhere. And it'll provide me with a means to correct when I need to, but it's the last form of correction that I want to use. So it's very important to think about phases in all of this. So what are those phases? First phase is my gaze and my shoulders turn, and what that does is it turns my entire torso. So I'm not just going like that. I'm not just looking with my head. I'm gonna turn my entire shoulders, upper body, and everything, so that what that does is it repositions my lower body. So be careful when you're doing this kind of thing that you don't counter twist. So some people, they'll look to the left and they'll twist to the right. See that? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that, so this is the old trick. Riding school. Never been to riding school, but this is what I hear. They'll give you a stick like this and you point the stick, or turn the stick the way you want to go. So that's a good way to kind of test if you're doing it correctly, because you can't really, it's hard to counter bend with the stick like that. So sometimes when I'm doing this on him, as I'm getting ready to turn, I'll kind of imagine that stick is behind my elbows, and I'll force myself then to kind of turn like that. So that's the first phase. The second phase is, after you turn, now your legs are positioned kind of correctly, you can cue slightly with, if I'm turning to the left, I can cue slightly with the left leg, almost with the calf, to cue my horse to bend. And then this leg, because I'm bent like this, is just slightly forward of the, probably of the cinch in this case. And now if he starts to glide out, I just provide support with that leg, and he makes this, ideally a beautiful turn, like he's on rails. And that's the way it feels when it's perfect, like he's a train on rails. I mean, it's just turns just the way you want him to, without any kind of sliding out or sliding in or falling in or any of that. It's just this beautiful, just so. And then if none of that works, let's say he's got his head on, or his mind on the gate, because he wants to go out to the pasture. He's tired. I've been working with him all day. He's done with this. Then what I can do is I'll go from, when I'm on him, position of neutral, which is the stick resting right here, to, wherever it needs to go. Now, maximum pressure is just kind of tap him on the side of the head with it. But what I found is if you do this consistently, you just do that and they kind of go, oh yeah, and they kind of know. So again, we're about 2-3 days into this. We're okay, you know, we got a lot of work to do, but sometimes I just do that and he's like, yeah, yeah. And sometimes I'm like, pink, 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 you know, tapping him on the head. So that's what we're gonna do. A lot of fun, and I think it'll improve our riding. It'll improve our form of communication. It's certainly forcing me as a horseman to be better when I'm riding, about my cues, my focus, instead of just jerking the head around to the left or the right when I want him to turn. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm Mark. I'm the Amateur Cowboy, and this is Bull. Good job, Bull. You did your job. You stood there. He's a professional standing horse. He doesn't know that, though. Shh. We don't tell him. I think he's about to fall asleep.